Hey friends, Mike here. It is January the 30th, getting closer to February and hopefully closer to March. Just wanted to do a quick little video here on what is our plan for spring. Seed starting, we've already done some seed starting. I do want to go over what happened last year and then what we're planning for this year. So let's go over that and we'll bring you up to speed. So, of course, this time of the year, we're getting all of these magazines with all of these pretty, the biggest strawberries in the world, and all these cool, pretty little tomatoes, and all these fun heirloom things. Guys, after the weather last year, I'm not playing around. We're going to stick with the core items that we know grow here. Now, I do have a couple of pots that I could do some fun things on the grow table, but I really don't want to spend a lot of time experimenting. 67 days, no rain, 100 to 109 degrees last year. And our pantry's typically 2 years of food, but we're getting down kind of low now. Could we go to the store? Yes, but it's not the same. You guys know that as well too. So I'm gonna go by, we're in zone 8B. Central Texas, and I'm going to show you this chart is Texas A&M AgriLife Extension. This chart is for our area, and I'm going to bring you in a little closer here, just kind of give you an idea of when things are planted, and you'll see how we have 2 seasons here in Central Texas. So let's take a closer look. Hopefully you guys can see this. I turned off a lot of extra lights so there wouldn't be any glare. Okay, as you can see, everything is alphabetical: artichokes, asparagus, beans, beets, broccoli, etc., carrots, all the way down here. Of course, we've got January, February. You'll see a line straight down. This is rule of thumb, somewhat of a safe time that you can plant. However, rule of thumb here is March 15th. We will not be getting any last-minute freezes, typically. But weather has been kind of weird here lately. And you can see around the March, February timing where everything is starting to be planted. Seeds go in the ground March 15th to March 20th, and I'll show you the different things that we're going to be just planting in the soil. And we've already started seeds as well too in our little grow table in our mud room. And you can see also too the fall, when you start planting fall, end of August, September. And then you've got some other plants that we can go over into detail. But here in Central Texas, it's broken down 2 seasons. Season 1 through the summer. We have our July rest period in August. It's so hot, you're pretty much going to be harvesting everything unless we get lucky and get some good rains. And then we start planting end of August and September. And if we don't get a polar freeze like we did, we would have had continuous growth all the way through, November, December. So that's just kind of a snapshot of how we grow here in zone 8B, 2 seasons. And we'll go ahead and talk about what our plan of attack is now for spring. Just a little closer view of how we store our seeds. Just a storage container with different folders. We've got some information here that we save. We go with long beans, squash, all the different root veg, carrots. But everything is in order, and I can keep sense of everything: onions, cauliflower, melons, cucumbers, salad greens, tomatoes. So we've got all the different categories: herbs, flowers. Really keeps everything in good order. I love the fact that I can just go in there and pull a package of herbs. So this is a nice way to store your seeds. I've seen other people store them in other creative ways, but this works for us. And that is how we keep everything organized. So I figured I'd take you into our little game room, or we call it our little pub room. This is a little corner nook that we can sit in and play board games and hang out with friends and family. This was our garage, but we really don't need a garage here in Texas. We do have a huge carport. If there's going to be some hail, we could pull the truck or the Jeep in there. But we've got 75% game room or pub or bar, whatever you want to call it. got a dartboard, we got everything set up, a buffet. And then the other 25% is our mud room. It steps down, you can wash your boots off, things like that. So just I thought we'd try a different setting today, and it's nice and comfortable. So what is it that we've got planted already seed-wise? We're keeping it simple, nothing crazy. I will have some fun in some of the grow table stuff, but right now, and I'll show you the progress, and maybe we'll go outside and show you how cold it is. It's about 30 degrees today. For the next 3 days, we're looking at lows in the low 30s and maybe mid to lower 30s. So we've got the pipes dripping, everything, and I covered the carrots and most of the onions. The garlic, I think it's going to be fine for 3 days. It's not going to be sub-zero or 20s or teens. So right now we've got started seeds, peppers, jalapeno, got to have it. I like the Baker Creek. We also like beneficial interests and other seed companies as well too, but we're doing jalapenos. We're doing our bell peppers. This year I want to try something a little bit new. Jimmy Nardello, Italian. They're spicy Italian peppers. Make sure we don't get a glare. Always going to do sweet and spicy banana peppers. We got these seeds from Humble Servants Homestead. We love their channel. They're wonderful. I believe they're in Georgia. They can really do some Scotch bonnets. So we went ahead and ordered some Scotch bonnets from them. We've eaten some of them, but I went ahead and saved the seeds. So we're going to grow their Scotch bonnets. So from Humble Servants Homestead, thanks guys. We're excited about that. Real easy to grow. Probably just going to do 4 plants. That's enough for Rochelle and I to spice things up. This year we're going to do Daytil sweet peppers. There's a place in Florida called Daytil, and we found these out on Hollis and Nancy's homestead. These are beautiful sweet peppers. They turn all different kinds of colors. So I've got these planted. I'm going to probably plant about 6 of them, and I'll probably grow these. 1 in a 5-gallon pot on a grow table and 1 in the ground just to see the difference. But I'm really excited about that. Tomatoes, we're doing Cherokee Purple. Very More is a good seed company as well too. We're doing the Rainbow Blend, which is basically just a blend of different colored cherry tomatoes. So whatever you get is what you get, and when you plant it, it's a surprise. Sorry, these seeds are opened up. So Brandywine is a great tomato that we like. Tomatillo. Rochelle wants salsa verde. So we're going to grow some tomatillos as well too, and of course our Beefmaster hybrid. These can get pretty big, and they're really good for sauce. So that's what we're planting for tomatoes. We're going to do some carrots. We're going to do a small amount of carrots, probably about 4 to 6 feet. But this is one of my favorites. I discovered it, gosh, I think 2 years ago. I can't remember the channel. It might have been Hollis and Nancy's. Uzbek Golden. Wow, guys. Wow. These are amazing. Beautiful green tops, bright yellow bottoms, and they get big. And they're very tasty, very sweet. We're going to try this Malbec carrot. It's a really deep red. I want to have fun with that. We got that from Haas. We'll probably throw a little bit of the carnival, the rainbow mix. The grandkids like the fun, colorful carrots. We're going to be doing radishes. I'm going to be doing the Easter egg ones. Again, the grandkids like the different colors. This one is a Szechuan Red Beauty. We discovered that, I think, on Nancy and Hollis's. These are amazing. They have one, too, in... Oop, I'm dropping seeds. They have one, too, in green. These radishes get huge. They're very tasty. And I'm going to clean this up real quick. Oops, we didn't lose them. I got the seeds back. Let's talk about what we're going to do on our grow table. In fact, these I gotta tape some of these bags up or put them in new seed folders. But anyway, on the grow tables where we do most of our lettuce, guys, we have fire ants here, and when the weather starts getting really hot and you water the area where the plants are growing, that's where the fire ants go, and they just tear everything up. They eat the roots. They're just very invasive. So what we're going to do is we're going to do spinach, 2 or 3 different kinds of spinach on the grow table, and our 1 2-gallon pots. I'm doing the baby bok choy. Those are going to be fun. These are fun too. These are Purple Lady baby bok choys. I like the look of those. Of course, we're going to do different blends of lettuce. This is a new one this year, Cosmic Crimson Mix, nice dark reds lettuce. And we'll grow those on the grow table. And we also love doing the microgreens in a rectangular tray. Those are fun. They're really good on salads. Let's see, we're gonna start okra by seed here in another 2 or 3 weeks. It's still pretty cold. These are heavy hitters. I went ahead and bought these. Jill and Greg on North Texas Gardening, Canning, and a lot more. They had a lot of success in their grow tunnel with this, so we figured, after talking with them and sharing info, we're going to try those this year. We did do the Crimson last year, and I still have some pods left. I probably will start those as well. I'm thinking we're going to do maybe 6 of each or 4 of each. Again, it's just for Shell and I. We pack the garden in, but we want to make sure that we have room for everything and everything gets good circulation and ventilation. The cool thing about here in 8B zone is that you can just wait until March 15th and just drop seeds in the ground, and the soil is already starting to warm up 70 to 70 plus. That's kind of the key temperature for soil. That's when things start going. We're going to do a couple of different varieties of cucumbers for pickling. Max Pack cucumber from Haas. And then the Beet Alpha Feta, I hope I pronounced that right. Those are just little pickling cucumbers. We like to do those. Another thing that we absolutely love that grows really good in this climate is the Armenian cucumbers. They're really funky looking. That's the package. Maybe I could figure out how to show a picture down on the screen somewhere. But the Armenian cucumbers are amazing. They grow great in the hot weather. They get really long and they get curvy and they have these lines through them. But wonderful, wonderful cucumbers that do really well. Another thing that we grow along the fence line, remember these are, cucumbers are going to grow vertically. We have a lot of vertical space. You can really maximize your space if you're growing vertically. Any fence line or anything you want to build. We're going to do our Kentucky Wonder Green Beans. And this is a new one this year from Baker Creek. It's a Chinese red noodle. It's in the asparagus noodle family or Asian long bean, but this one is a red. And this one looks really neat. That really nice red color. So something new. We're going to try it. Let's see here. Leeks. We're going to go ahead and do leeks. We've had great success. This is Baker Creek with the Bulgarian giant leek. And we'll put these in little 2x2 sections nestled around the garden. That's going to be fun. Getty Oksomin squash. I'm sorry, guys. These are weird to pronounce. This is a cool squash. A lot of people were doing these on their YouTube channels. I think Rachel and Todd at that 1870s. I was watching one of theirs and I said, hey, I got to try those. But we're going to give those a try this year. And of course, our cha mei. I don't know what direction this goes. I think it's that way. Cha mei Korean melons. Again, Hollis and Nancy did this. And we had success last year. We got 3 melons. One of them was small. The other 2 were pretty big. But that was right when the drought was coming. We ran out of rainwater collection. Couldn't keep everything going. So that's just kind of an overlook of just what we're going to be planting for seeds. And let me show you something else. All right, we've got Deep South, Homestead, Danny and Wanda's sweet potato manual. Guys, it's amazing. I've been growing here in Central Texas for over 30 years since I was a young man. This is good information. We also have Wanda's cookbook. Love it. But this has opened my eyes up to new methods of starting slips. I used to start slips in a glass with water with toothpicks. Didn't really work well. Danny and Wanda's method is just to put them actually in the soil in a pot. I use and I'll show you, I use a metal tin or aluminum tin. I just shove them in there. I leave the tops exposed, just water it. I've already got slips coming from our Japanese sweet potatoes. Really cool, and I'll show you that. I'm going to do a video here, I don't know, when the weather warms up and I can get outside. But I'm going to do a video on vegetable companion planting. You know, as a chef, some foods really taste good together. Carrots and dill, tomato and basil, A lot of these vegetables, they taste good together, but they also grow good together. They're companion plants. Sometimes if you put vegetables together that are not companion plants, they're not going to do as good, or the flavor's not going to be there. And I've done experiments on this for many, many years, and this is true. There is all kinds of charts out there for companion planting. There's a picture chart as well, too. You can download these from the internet. I'm also going to do this class as well. I want to add a combination of companion planting, and I want to do beneficial and bad insects. And I will do a really comprehensive class on that. We'll just try to keep the video short but sweet and to the point. But this is good information, guys. If you don't have this manual or other manuals from Deep South, you got to get them. I'm still learning. The secret, I think I'm a decent gardener, is because I've failed a lot. If you don't fail, then you're not learning. So let me take you over and see what we got with seeds and how our little starters are doing. Let's go check it out. All right, guys, we are in our mud room. We've got our little seed starting tray here. We've got one heat pad. I need to probably get another one, and we've got our LED light. So we've got our tomatoes doing really good. We've got some of the peppers that we mentioned. Tomatillos are a little slow to start, but we just planted those a couple days ago. We've got different varieties of peppers, and then our tomato mix over here. But yeah, they're doing really well. The Italian hot peppers, I'm really excited about those. That'll be fun. Beefmaster, and then we've got Brandywine. I'm going to go ahead and show you real quick here. We've got our sugar cane that we ordered. I'm just keeping it in moisture. Once this cold is gone, I think this weekend it's going to start to warm up. I'm going to go ahead and start putting these in some pots. We are building 2 huge limestone planters by our deck in the backyard, and we're going to have these sugarcane grow, provide us shade, and we'll have sugarcane. Our potatoes are doing good. We're forming some good chits. And let me go ahead and show you our sweet potatoes. Now, I could cover them with a little more soil, I might, but they do just fine like this. I keep the soil moist. And then we have our Japanese. We even have, as you can see here, we have a slip coming. Excited about these Japanese purple ones this year, but the Deep South Danny and Wanda method, it works, guys. We went ahead and brought our bunching onions in. They didn't want to take a chance, and a lot of our plants are covered up outside. What's the temperature?
It's 34 degrees outside.
34 degrees, not too bad. Well, we had to cover some of the garden. I didn't want to take a chance. The garlic, I think it's going to be fine. There's some of the hardneck garlic, and then over there is the elephant garlic, but we covered up all the carrots. I don't want to lose these guys. Again, the end of the week, we're going to be getting up in the upper 50s, 60s, and then the onions. I went ahead and covered this bed because I added more onions. And then just that celery plant. And of course, the elephant garlic is doing fine. I think it'll be fine. It's only 3 days. If I have to cover that up tomorrow, I can do that as well. So our bay laurel tree, our bay leaf tree, took a hard hit this year. As you can see, the brown leaves. But we're going to go through here, Miss Rochelle and I, once it starts to warm up, and we'll prune it back. You could literally cut these down to the ground and they'll shoot back up in 1 year's time. But I think we're gonna doctor it up. All right, just wanted to show you guys our game plan. I know we're getting kind of anxious to get spring here and start planting seeds in the ground and have the temperatures nice and warm. Just sick of the cold. I think you guys are as well too. But yeah, we've got a lot of cool projects and stuff coming up. We're going to be building those planters over by the deck over there. They're going to be probably about 2 foot, 3 foot high and about 3.5 feet wide. And that's going to be a great place to plant those sugarcane. I'm excited about that. It'll provide us a lot of shade and we can harvest that sugarcane. I'm already looking on Amazon for some kind of machine or something to process the sugarcane. You can spend anywhere up to $200 to over $1,000. So if anybody's got any ideas on a basic presser to press the sugarcane so we can make our sugarcane syrup, I would greatly appreciate it if you put that in the comments below. Also, too, any suggestions on other seed varieties that are very reliable? We need a good season this year, guys. Look, I have faith that God is going to provide, and He always has, but we've got to really think about keeping it simple. I'm not going to play around and experiment. I get so excited like a little kid running around in a candy store when it comes to trying different varieties in the garden. This year, I'm just keeping the basics. I'll play around a little bit, but last year, I went nuts, and you know, guys, we lost a lot. But hey, thanks for watching. There's not much really we can do until spring gets here, but we'll keep you posted on what's going on. We might take a day trip next weekend, but hopefully things are doing good for everybody. I want to mention a really good channel, 4D Ranch, guys. Rob up in Northeast Texas is on a cattle ranch. If you like variety, you got to watch his channel. He's close, guys. He's getting close up to 1,000 subscribers. That'll turn on his community tab and all kinds. I think it's snowing. It is snowing, maybe, or something. But yeah, check out Rob at 4D Ranch. I'll put a link down below. Guys, variety, ranching, gardening, mechanics. He's got amazing tools, supply, workbench area. That just, the guy does everything. He is a veteran too, so let's support him. Let's help him grow his channel so he can get up to 1,000. And I want to thank everybody that I mentioned. We love watching your channel, guys. It's just good to be able to share things with each other. You know, 30 years gardening, and I'm learning all kinds of new things, and I think that's what's special. And it's nice to be humble and help each other. And I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Hey, until next time, God bless.